making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. It's kind of like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a...
What it do, YouTube? This your boy T, back with another banger. So today I'm bringing you guys what I think is a demon. All right, so it's a power forward build, and it has a unique name, especially in 2K22 with all these two ways and all these big men running around. So stay tuned and let me know what you guys think. So off jump, we're gonna make this build a power forward. Then we're gonna move into the body settings. We're gonna take the height, drop the height down to 6'7". We're gonna go into the weight. We're gonna move that down to minimum weight. This is gonna give us the most speed that we can get. I find this very useful because most power forwards don't have a 78 speed. Then we're gonna go into the wingspan. We're gonna take the wingspan down to 6'11". This gives us a decent rebounding, but also gives us 84 ball handle and an 85 three-pointer. And for me, that's perfect. The body shape is up to you. All right, so as we move into the attributes, you have to be extremely specific with what you do. The slightest change can change the name of the build entirely. First thing I do is I go ahead and make the three-pointer an 85 and make the mid-range shot an 85 as well. This gives you a solid 28 shooting badges. Now, I don't touch free throw too much. I'm not that much of a rec or pro-am player. And as you've seen, if you put free throw all the way up, it doesn't really do anything. So to me, it's not 100% useful. Now I take the pass accuracy and I get it up to 75. For me, that gives you silver bullet passer, as you see here. And you need to have a 75 for it to be there. Bullet passer extremely useful this year, especially with how easy it is to get steals in the lane. Moving on to ball handling, we're gonna max that. And we're gonna max speed with ball, giving us a solid 22 potential badge points. Now, all of this is changeable if you go to college and pick whatever college it is that gives you the extra badge points. So as we move into defense and rebounding, we max out offensive and defensive rebound. We also max out the block and steal, but we put the perimeter defense only up to an 86, and this gets you a solid 27 potential badge points. Next, we move into the physicals, and you know we're maxing out everything except for the strength and vertical. The reason being is because we want the extra little points to put on other things such as finishing, and we're not going to be playing down low that much, so we don't need too much strength. All right, so with the last little bit of attribute points that we have, we're going to move into finishing. We're going to put the drive and dunk all the way up to a 90. We're also going to take the drive and layup, and we're going to put that up by 10 from 70, making it 80. And then after that, we're going to put our close shot up as well. We're going to put that up to an 80. This gives us a very good spread of badge points. We have a very solid amount throughout all categories, and this build would be an absolute demon in the park and a matchup nightmare for especially those big men. All right, so now that we're done with all the attributes, we're going to move into takeover. The takeovers that we get are shot creating, we get sharpshooting, we get lockdown, and glass cleaning. This is a very unique spread of takeovers, especially for this build. I don't see very many power forwards with shot creating take and glass take. So to me, it's very unique. It's up to you guys with whatever you would want to use. If you choose to play against big men, you probably want to put on box out wall and or see the future. For me, I put on box out wall and a limitless range so I can spread the floor a little more, but if I needed to, I can bang down low with the big bodies. And without a further ado, we move into the name, and you see we have built a scoring machine. Now this gives me a little bit of 2K21 vibes. You don't see very many power forward scoring machines, if any scoring machines at all this year. So I think it's pretty unique to have one. If you were a scoring machine in 2K21, this is the build for you. It probably does all the same things, just with a little less speed, but it's still just as much as a demon as it was last year. Now, when it comes to picking the badges that you want for this build, it's entirely up to you guys. If you want to just take a moment to go ahead and look at what I did, I feel like these badges would be extremely useful, especially for my kind of playstyle and with the kind of playstyle that you would use for this build. But like I said, this is all up to you. So just take a look at what I do, take a look at the badges that you're able to get, and if you decide to use this build, you'll see what badges are available to you when you get your player to 99. So I know this year's shooting has been very easy for everybody. How do you guys feel about that? How do you also feel about the steals and the blocks being so overpowered? Do you think things need to change? Or do you like the skill gap that it has within this game? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, and as you see, we're finishing up right now with the defensive badges. If you guys stay tuned, I have an alternative build with a different name, with different takeovers as well, that I think you guys might also find interesting. So stay tuned if you want to see the alternate build to this power forward. Alright, so as we move into the alternate build, the physicals, as in the height, the weight, and the wingspan, they're all going to be the same. And virtually everything else is going to be the same except for select things. If you guys need to pause the video at any time to make the adjustments as needed, go ahead. Now this build, to me, the alternate version is also just as deadly as the original, just has a different name. That's also unique for the power forward position. So if you guys want this type of name and this kind of build, pause it whenever you need to, and let me know how you guys enjoy this build in the comments. Moving into the takeovers, as you see, there's no more glass take. We now have play take, and this is slightly different from before. It's obviously more of a ball handler type build and a playmaker type build now. Moving into the name, you now see we have built an offensive threat. So I'm now giving you guys 2 unique names for 2 unique builds that you don't see a lot in Park or Pro-Am. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.